Good evening to you and welcome back to day one of the Under-23 European Shooting Championships for 2026. We are nearing the end of day one and boy, what a packed day we've had so far. Two classic rifle finals earlier today that had everything, world-class shooting, world-class scores, drama, intrigue, just had it all. Sweden and Serbia picking up the first two gold medals of day one of this competition whilst we're here in Wroclaw in Poland. Our final event, 10-meter air pistol mixed team for the under-23s. We've got two teams from Turkey taking part alongside Georgia and Serbia trying to vie for a second gold medal of the day. Can they indeed make it? Well, my name is Rory McAllister. Thank you very much for coming along. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you very much for doing so. Don't, I might eat you. I might very well have you for dinner, who knows. If you're joining on Facebook, thank you very much for doing so. Likewise, if you're on YouTube, thanks for coming along. Do take part in the YouTube live chat as well. We'll get through as many of your comments as we possibly can. Do let us know where you're watching from around the world and also share your love of shooting sport. So the 10-meter air pistol mixed team under-23 final is almost here. Do settle in, grab a drink wherever you are, perhaps stood up, sat down, perhaps too nervous and pacing around the room that you're in because you just want your country to take a medal here at the European Championships. Well, the 10 ring is 11.5 millimeters wide. The athletes will be trying to get as many shots inside that 10 ring as possible. We'll start off with 3 series of 5 shots and then move to individual shots to take us to a total of 18. That's per athlete. And then the first team will leave in 4th place, sadly without a medal. And then we'll move on to decide bronze after 21 shots and 24 shots for gold and silver. Well, here's a sneak peek behind the scenes at the reporting area, plus a chance for you to follow us on social media if you haven't done so already. Follow the ESC, that is the European Shooting Confederation, just by pointing the camera of your smartphone or tablet in the direction of those QR codes on screen. Well, athletes looking pretty relaxed. They all deal with it very differently. He's just realised he's on camera. Will he go back to checking his phone? Maybe not. Almost. Some, though, like to listen to music. Others chat things through with their coach. Others just sit and wait patiently and try and get in the zone. Well, if she's able to bring that fan over to me, that would be wonderful because it's pretty hot here inside the finals hall. Let's have a look back at qualification earlier today. Well, a hotly contested qualifying session earlier, and this is how they all got through. 2 of the teams from Turkey, also Serbia Team 1 and Georgia Team 2. Well, Serbia having a great day so far. They've had a gold medal. They also had a qualification record earlier today from Stefanovic, who set the new European record for qualification and therefore a junior European record at the same time. So Serbia really on a roll today, and are they destined for another medal today? Well, we will find out, we will discover, we will see. It's all going to unfold in front of us. Coaches have an important role. They also can call a timeout should they wish to do so. 30 seconds is now the time limit in this mixed team pistol format. But wherever you are watching from around the world, thank you very much for coming along and joining us. Do leave your comments of support on Facebook. Also like the video, share them on your own social media. And if you're watching us on YouTube on the ESC video stream, then you can like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications. That way you will get notifications of not only the broadcasts of the finals, but also extra content that we bring to you. And the traditional heart sign from Murat Orgun, who is the Turkey coach. Yes, you're on camera. So here we go. If you just joined us, then you're just in time for the introductions.
Welcome you to the shooting range Bucharest Śląsk. The final for 10-meter air pistol mixed team will now take place.
Athletes to the line.
On firing points, H and G. Representing Serbia are Uroš Gajic and Nadia Martinovic.
So the two Serbians first to arrive, Serbia team 1.
Uroš and Nadia are accompanied by their coach, Mr. Dragan Donevic. On firing points, F and E, representing Turkey 1 are Bahadir Beyduz and Tuba Bukul.
And this is now the first of the two teams from Turkey in this final.
Bahadir and Tuba are accompanied by their coach, Mr. Hakan Altun. On firing points, D and C, representing Georgia 2 are Georgi Mumladze and Mariami Mashala.
Well, big hopes for the Georgian team. There always is. They've got their supporters here. Will make some noise, I'm sure.
Georgi and Mariami are accompanied by their coach, Mr. Levan Kadagidze. And on firing points, B and A, representing Turkey 2 are Fakhrettin Can and Shimon Yilmaz.
Well, one thing's for sure, Turkey guaranteed a medal here by the virtue of having two teams in this final.
Can and Shimal are accompanied by their coach, Mr. Murat Orgun. The jury member in charge of this finals is Mr. Jose Raul Blaya Gonzalez from Spain, accompanied by second jury member Mr. Georgi Papapanayotou from Greece. And the chief range officer for this finals is Mrs. Violeta Kotynia from Poland.
Take your positions.
Well, Violeta once again in the CRO's chair. She was also CRO for the earlier rifle finals today. Well, let's have a look at now a quick explanation of the event ahead of us. Well, focus, steady fire, easily said and easily put on screen, but of course when it comes to reality, it's just a little bit more tricky and difficult than that. You can see how the grips are moulded to the athletes' hands. They'll be trying to keep their hands as dry as possible. Most of the athletes bring towels out to the tray. You'll see those resting in front of them just to try and maximise their grip in this final. Well, Mariami Mashava, pretty experienced. Has bronze medals in mixed team across individual events and also in mixed team events. Took a bronze actually in Burgas earlier this year, mixed team junior. I think back to, when was that, February or March? It seems like a lifetime ago now. Shimal Yilmaz, who competed for her country at the Paris Olympic Games. And also has 4 silver medals at European Championship level. And gold medalist in Baku in 2024 in the mixed team. And also at the Baku World Cup the year before that in the mixed team. Likewise, Jan Ea, Junior World Championships silver medalist in Seoul in the 50-meter pistol event. And also a silver medalist across the European Championships in the pistol junior earlier this year. Well, Mariami Masharova certainly been on the world scene for quite a bit and often regular in finals. Plenty of achievements across her career so far. And Georgie Momarase also not scared of getting medals. A Grand Prix gold medalist in the mixed team last year. Also in Granada earlier this year in the mixed team junior. A silver medal there as well in a Grand Prix twice. And Levant Karagatsi is the coach today, who has the right, like the other coaches, to call a 30-second timeout should he wish to do so.
They are the ones who know when will they use those 30 seconds.
So now moving on to Tuba Bulgo, who competed at the European Championships in Górnoszek and also at the Junior World Cup back in 2023. And she's alongside Badish Beidous. This is his first final, 22 years old, and the first appearance on the European stage.
Who is the loudest in the audience right now? Oh, if only we're up to that, right, guys?
And now the Serbian team with Nadia Martinovic, who's a bronze medalist in the Grand Prix in the mixed team junior. That was in Russia last year, 2025. And she is alongside Uros Gajic. He competed at the Junior World Championships and has competed at European Championships before as well. Well, tough one to call, as in who's going to take gold here today. The Serbians have had a great day, just buoyed by the fact that they took 2 medals in the 10-meter air rifle earlier. A superb display from Stefanovic, who also took a qualifying European record and therefore a junior one at the same time, as she's only 18 years old. And Serbia also picked up a bronze medal in that final. So 30 seconds to go. We're almost ready. If you have just dropped in, welcome along to the ESC video stream. We are live on YouTube and on Facebook for the final event of day 1 of the Under-23s European Shooting Championships 2026.
Stop. Unload.
Well, it's exactly 7 o'clock, and that's when the first shot is due, and it's going to take place any second now. First series of 5 shots for each athlete coming up. The finals hall pretty silent at the moment. A hush descends right the way across the spectators, but there'll be some noise, that's for sure. Well, I do like the Georgians with their different coloured shoes. That's a nice little touch. So here we go, first series of 5 shots. The teams will be hoping for scores, a combined score over 100 if they can make it that high. 10.9 is the highest individual score. And let's see how many we get in this final. It's always a remarkable achievement should you hit a 10.9 in a pistol final. With just those open sights. These pistols can weigh up to 1.5 kilos. So each athlete taking an individual shot, the 2 decimal scores combined together. And those scores will keep adding and adding and adding until we get through to the end of this first 5-shot series. So 3 series of 5 shots, and then we move to individual shots to take us to 18. And that will eliminate 4th place. Another 3 shots for bronze, and another 3 shots for gold and silver. Well, Levan Karageche in the background, just again taking a few deep breaths, trying to stay in the zone himself. Will there be a need for a timeout from any of the coaches today? So Yilmaz just nearest our cameras there, just shrugging the shoulders, just trying to rid her body of any tension. It's a real test, a final like this, particularly after long qualifications. And the physicality and body positioning, breathing and control of the pistol. You need to bring all of that with your A game into a final like this. Everything that you've done in training, qualification, and just going through that pre-shot routine, taking each shot on its own. Even if you hit a decent one, try and put it out your mind, just go again and shoot again and hope for the same, if not better. So Marsheva has finished, getting some encouragement from the crowd. They're allowed to call things out, the coaches aren't. Non-verbal communication from the coaches until a timeout is called. You see the athletes with their hands out, blowing down, trying to keep them cool. Any sweat on the palms is not good in a pistol final. You want every single bit of grip you can get on the pistol for precision and accuracy. Well, Levan not happy with something. Blowing on the grip of the pistol as well. It's really hot outside, and the sunlight, because of where it is now, streaming in through the glass doors, just making it just that little bit hotter than it was. It's not as hot as it was when we were here 3 years ago for the European Games, but it's just on the verge of just being that tad little bit sticky. Well, that's how it stands. Neither of the teams making the 100 marker. But 98.6 is the leading score from Georgia at the moment. Another series of 5 shots now in front of us. So the 2 teams from Turkey, both in 3rd and 4th position. Turkey team 1. They're in 4th. And that's Bulgar and Beydush. Well, nice way to start the second series for Air with a 10.7. Marsheva at least into the 10 ring with a 10.1. Try and just keep it in the 10s. High 9s from Mumladze with a 9.9. It's decent enough. More shots in the 10s. So the athletes just blocking out this noise, these horns, and some of them even sound out of tune. Or it's like there's about 10 clown cars in the finals hall here. Bulgar, 2 decent shots in a row, both in the 10s, one higher, that last one 10.3. Well, this just sounds crazy in here. With ear defenders on, that'll certainly help. Just try and block out some of the racket being made by the crowd. So Marsheva's completed, as has Bulgar and Gajic. Mumladze also now finished the second series of 5. Nice way to close out with a 10.5. I think Marsheva and Mumladze just finding this amusing. Perhaps this noise that's going on in the background. And the Georgians are in second place at the moment. Wow, huge cheers go up and ring around. 10.8.
Timeout. Turkey 1.
Well, interesting. Murat Organ has called a timeout for Turkey Team 1. So they're still in 4th place. And I think back to Munich in the World Cup there when Murat was calling timeouts. And is the first to do so in this mixed team final. Well, thanks to those of you taking part in the YouTube live chat. Just looking at a comment from Redsu, who says, how loud? I know.
Time.
Try being here.
Time. Please
And
go
Toroshu says hi. Hello to you. Hello, hi also to Mustafa, who's here to support Turkey with lots of Turkey flags and emojis on the live chat. CRO just calling the time on the timeout, which is now only 30 seconds in these mixed team events, as in when we're following the Olympic discipline and format like this one. So another 4 minutes 10 for the final set of 5 shots in this final series. Well, Turkey Team 2, a 10.5 and a 10.6. If they keep it there, they'll move up from second, that's for sure. Serbia still leading at the moment. And Martinovic with a solid 10.4. It does just sound like the horn on a clown car, doesn't it, that you'd see at the circus. Well, this is a real test, isn't it? Not only of skill and ability and endurance from the athletes, but also to block out this noise. Because the finals hall here is not particularly big. It's a bit like Munich, and it has a very low ceiling, and the sound just echoes around. And Turkey Team 2 trying to stay hot on the heels of Serbia. Army just looking back, I think, at Levan, hoping for some visual clues or encouragement. Well, we're going to have another timeout, Serbia, by the looks of things. Well, interesting on the YouTube live chat, James Bristol. That noise should be banned. You can never shoot your best with that going on. Well, I've heard crowds make noise in the past. I mean, certainly across the German Bundesliga, for example, there's hooters and rackets and all sorts. And often at junior level, you get a lot more noise, perhaps, than you would in the senior ranks. Well, this is certainly different to a few days ago when I was in Hangzhou in China at the World Cup. Well, that completes the third series of 5. And Serbia dropped to 4th. And now we have a timeout that's called 30 seconds. It will rock by pretty quickly.
Yeah, that was the third series of shots. After this, we are going
so Serbia just 0.2 behind, 0.2 away from a place on the podium. They've got to try and change that around if they can. Meanwhile, Turkey A Team 1 will have one eye on the pistol and another one perhaps looking over their shoulders just to see how much the Serbians are closing in. So time's called. Coach has got to return to their seat. He's got to go. Now, they're used to 60 seconds. That was the old rules. And now it's been cut back to 30. And sometimes what used to happen is in the days of 60 seconds, the coach would often use the first 30 seconds to give out some instructions and then just stand there for the other 30 seconds and try and run down the clock.
For the next competition shot, load. Start.
So individual shots now, 50 seconds is the shot clock, and each athlete has 3 shots each. And once we get to a total of 18 shots per athlete, we will decide 4th place. Decent from Turkey A Team 2, both shots in the 10 ring, 10.3, 10.2, combined total of 20.5. That puts them up to 1st position. Georgia, 2 shots in the 8s. That's hard, that's tough.
Doing a great job, keep on doing it.
For the next competition shot, load.
So we carry on.
Start.
Well, it's one of the most remarkable finals I've ever been part of. Mainly because of the crowd. Now, some of them are on their feet. You can't quite see it, just off camera, waving flags around as we now move into the stage where the next shot per athlete will determine fourth place. At the moment, Turkey Team 1 have a gap of 1.2 behind Georgia Team 2. Serbia in second place. They're 4.1 away from Turkey Team 2. Yilmaz and Er bossing this mixed team final. Well, the Georgians on screen at the moment trying to hang on for a medal. Mumladze, what a shot, 10.8. 10.7 from Gajic of Serbia. So there we have it, fourth place is guaranteed. Turkey Team 1 will be leaving without a medal. Turkey came into this mixed team final knowing that they'd get a medal because they have two teams, only 3 places available. But for Tuba Bulgar and Baydus, it's goodbye for now and farewell. And they will have to settle for fourth. So Georgia, Serbia and Turkey Team 2 remain. That is the podium in terms of podium places, but it now is down to the teams to decide what order they finish in. Georgia Team 2 only 0.2 behind, and that certainly can be flipped in a pistol event like this. So another 3 shots now to take us to 21 shots per athlete and decide the first medal of this mixed team pistol 10-metre final. The bronze medal to be decided over the next 6 shots. Well, both teams with shots in the 10s and the 9s. Turkey Team 1 remain in the lead. They now have a gap of 5.0 between themselves and Serbia Team 1. Meanwhile, Georgia Team 2, they were 0.2 behind. It's now 0.3. Well, that 9.7 is going to hurt. Mumladze's body language and face says it all. That means second pace has slipped away for now. And Georgia were trying to move up the ranks, but with a 9.2 and a 7.9, they're going to stay in third. Meanwhile, fantastic shooting at this stage from Turkey Team 2, 10.6 and a 10.2. So the gap for Georgia has now increased from 0.3 to 1.7. Meanwhile, Serbia are 7.3 behind in second place. .8 from Yilmaz, great shot. Oh, the Serbians. Great shooting to secure their movement in and forward onto perhaps, well, it's going to be a battle for gold. Is it though? 8.4 is the gap. It's going to need a bit of a disaster from Turkey Team 2 to lose this gold. Meanwhile, Georgia Team 2 bag the bronze. Final total of 405.6, and Marshava and Mumladze will be on the podium with the bronze medals around their neck later today during the medal ceremony. Well, massive gap between Serbia and Turkey Team 2, 8.4. It's looking highly likely that Turkey will take gold here.
Start.
Never know though, a couple of low shots perhaps creeping into the 7s or the 8s. You just don't know because there's 3 shots left per athlete. Nice start from Yilmaz, 10.1. Oh, an air, what a 10.7. 2 9s for the Serbians. Turkey increased their lead to 10.6. That's the gap between first and second.
For the next competition shot, low. Start.
Well, this is certainly Turkey's gold medal to lose now. 2 more shots left per athlete. Well, an 8.7 from air. It doesn't really matter though so much. The gap is still so big. It's 9.2 as we go into the final shot. Well, I don't think I've ever seen a difference like this swung around. 9.2 is a huge lead, even in pistol shooting.
Start.
8.6 from Yilmaz, a 9 on the other side, an 8.4 from air, and a 10.1 from Martinovic, which is a great final shot. But Turkey are there, they're over the line. Turkey Team 2, final total 472.1. They're the European champions, and they take gold medals. A difference of 7.1 between themselves and the Serbians. Serbia will take silver. Well, Turkey have been so strong in the world of pistol for so many years, and it certainly looks like that's continuing, even in this under-23 category. Well, an intriguing final for so many different reasons. And we'll just get the official lineups of the teams and the official announcement of the medalists. The Georgians already there. Marsheva and Mumladze taking bronze. Well, Mariami Marsheva and Georgi Mumladze of Georgia take bronze.
Silver medalists representing Serbia are Nadjan Martinovic and Uroš Kerić.
Well, a decent performance from Serbia. They've got another medal, a gold earlier, and now a silver.
European champions and gold medal winners. Representing Turkey,
So Şilmaz Yilmaz and Yaner are champions of Europe. Fist pumps, gold medalists, and we'll be hearing the national anthem of Turkey with the podium places later for the medal ceremonies when they take gold. Well, that's the final event of day 1, and here's how it unfolded. Turkey Team 1 taking 4th place, final total 345.4. Georgia with the bronze, Serbia takes silver, and Turkey Team 2 on top of Europe and on top of the European stage and on top of the podium as well. They are the gold medalists. So let's have a look back at the highlights, shall we, of that 10-metre mixed team pistol final. Well, Turkey 18-2 smiles all round as they held their pistols up in the air there, and rightly so. They've taken the gold medal at the European Championships under 23. So the gold medals earlier today for Victor Lindgren of Sweden and Angelija Stefanovic of Serbia, who also took the qualification European record and therefore set a new junior qualification world record. She's only 18, she had a great year so far. You think back to that brilliant final in Munich at the World Cup a few months ago, where she also had a stellar performance. That's how day one finished. We move on to day two. It's a busy one tomorrow as well. We won't just be indoors. We've also got shotgun finals for you. Do go to the European Shooting Confederation website for more and everything you need to know about this European Championships under 23 here in Wroclaw, Poland for 2026. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.